Welcome back to Skybridge. Our topic today is capturing the Saps, Vusimusi cat Matlala'S web of influence and corruption. This report provides an in-depth examination of the events and circumstances surrounding Vusimusi cat Matlala'S alleged capture of the South African police service SAP. It traces Matlala'S rise from obscure premise holder to national scandal, focusing on the 360 million health services tender, myriad allegations of fraud, fronting, collusion, and bribes to senior police ministers. It also analyzes bombshell, revelations by KwaZulu-Natal, Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the attempted murder of actress Tebogo Thobejane, legal proceedings, and links with other high-profile cases such as the Armand Swart murder and the Babita Deokaran whistleblower assassination. The timeline section charts events from 2023 to 2025, revealing how Matlala'S empire unraveled under media scrutiny and official probes, ultimately forcing tender cancellations and prompting calls for Saps reforms. Investigations into the influence wielded by tenderpreneur Vusimusi cat Matlala'S have exposed one of the most significant corruption scandals in recent South African policing history. Originally known for securing municipal and healthcare tenders, Matlala'S leveraged political connections and alleged criminal networks to capture procurement processes and manipulate investigations. This report synthesizes findings from over 20 sources, including News 24's 9 Lives investigation, parliamentary inquiries, media exposés, and official statements, to provide a comprehensive narrative of the scandal. Background and early career of Vusimusi cat Matlala'S. Vusimusi Matlala'S was born in 1975 in Ermelo, Mpumalanga, before relocating to Gauteng in pursuit of business opportunities. He initially surfaced in the healthcare tender space through companies such as Falcon Cat Trading, Black AK Trading, and Korkabeng Trading, often linked to small municipal contracts and Tembisa hospital procurements. Whistleblower Babita Deokaran flagged these entities for suspicious payments. In 2021, yet they went largely unchecked for years, Matlala'S alignment with municipal and provincial officials provided a stepping stone to larger state contracts. Despite lacking formal healthcare qualifications, he erected a media persona of extravagant wealth, luxury vehicles, mansions, designer clothing, and overseas travel that masked deep procurement, irregularities, and unpaid subcontractors. The 360 million Saps Health Services Tender Award. In June 2024, Matlala'S sole directorship company, Medicare 24 Chuan District, was awarded a 360 million, 3-year contract to provide health risk management services to 180,000 Saps employees. Services included temporary incapacity screening, injury and duty assessments, and wellness surveillance.
An internal audit raised red flags, citing irregularities in the procurement process, allegations of fronting, collusion among bidders, and outright fraud. Despite warnings from supply chain specialists and an internal Saps review in January 2025, then National Commissioner Fanny Masemola allowed disbursement of 30 million rands, on top of 18 million rands already paid, before finally canceling the contract days before a criminal probe began. Below are the patterns of fraud, fronting, and collusion. Investigations revealed a consistent pattern of bid manipulation. Placeholder directors and front companies secured contracts while Matlala'S remained the beneficial owner. Financial misrepresentation, inflated invoices, and dubious subcontractor arrangements diverted public funds into shell entities. Corporate governance failures. Key Saps officials on tender evaluation panels resigned shortly before award announcements to join Matlala'S companies, triggering conflict of interest concerns. A forensic image of Deokaran's phone uncovered nearly 5 million paid to Matlala'S entities within 1 month, prompting a special investigating unit referral for potential fraud charges. However, stalled payments were later released when Deokaran was murdered in August 2021, silencing a critical audit trail. Political influence and alleged bribes to police ministers. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Mkhwanazi alleged that Matlala'S funneled funds into political campaigns and VIP trips to curry favor with police ministers. WhatsApp chats seized from Matlala'S phone showed payments for travel and gala dinners for Minister Senzo Mashunu and his associate Brown Mogotsi in January 2025. Former Minister Baki Sell stayed in Matlala'S luxury Pretoria penthouse during his tenure, raising concerns about conflicts of interest when the tender was under evaluation. No state funds were reportedly used, but lack of official channels and records amplified allegations of undue influence. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Mkhwanazi's revelations. On 6th July 2025, General Mkhwanazi held a high-profile briefing accusing Saps leadership of being infiltrated by underworld syndicates. He claimed Matlala'S paid Mkhunu to disband a political killings task team investigating high-profile assassinations, effectively obstructing justice. Mkhwanazi presented ballistics evidence linking weapons used in at least 10 political assassinations, including the murders of engineer Armand Swart and DJ Somebody, and the attempted murder of Tebogo Thobejane, to Matlala'S network. He revealed that senior officials diverted dockets to shield implicated individuals, prompting parliamentary and public protector inquiries. The Tebogo Thobejane attempted murder case. Facts of the case. On 12th October 2023, actress and influencer Tebogo Thobejane's vehicle was targeted in a drive-by shooting on the N1 near Sandton. She sustained a foot injury. Her passenger suffered spinal trauma. Police charged Matlala'S, his wife Sakani, and 3 alleged hitmen, Musa Kakana, Tlego Floyd Mabusela, and Michael Puletau, with attempted murder and conspiracy. Links to Matlala'S. Matlala'S denied involvement, but prosecutors argued that cell site data and bank statements showed he financed the hit. Tau, a former crime intelligence detective, and the 2 career criminals were arrested in March 2025. Matlala'S was arrested in Midrand in May 2025. Chakani Matlala'S faces accessory and money laundering charges, released on 20,000 bail with strict conditions including passport surrender and no contact with witnesses. Court proceedings and legal charges. Matlala'S and co-accused have appeared multiple times in the Alexandra Magistrates Court. Key legal developments include 1. Bail abandonment. Matlala'S abandoned his bail application on 3rd of June 2025, resulting in remand at Kagosi Mampuru Maximum Security Prison in Pretoria. 2. Evidence disclosure disputes. On 11 July 2025, hearings saw defense applications for additional docket sections refused, though partial disclosure was ordered. The next appearance is set for 26th of August 2025, with potential centralization of related cases from Pretoria West and Littleton. 3. High-risk inmate classification. Matlala'S was moved to maximum security after being found with a hidden cell phone, underscoring concerns about his ongoing network reach behind bars. The accused face charges ranging from attempted murder and conspiracy to money laundering and defeating the ends of justice. Legal proceedings remain in early stages, with the defense challenging procedural aspects and the state pushing for centralization to streamline the complex docket. Intersection with Transnet irregularities and the Armand Swart murder. Engineer Armand Swart was gunned down on 17 April 2024. After his firm exposed a $1.2 million markup in a Transnet freight rail tender for a simple spring component. Investigations implicated a Transnet employee, Lucky Malefe, as the inside conspirator. Mkhwanazi linked Swart's murder to Matlala'S network as ballistics evidence and shared hitmen crossed between the Swart, assassination, and other high-profile killings, demonstrating a sophisticated crime syndicate embedding within both corporate and state structures. The Babita Deokaran whistleblower connection. Babita Deokaran, a Gauteng Health Department finance official, was assassinated in August 2021 after exposing $2.3 billion in healthcare fraud at Tembisa Hospital. Her final audits flagged Black AK and Core. Kabeng Matlala'S linked entities for suspicious payments, effectively predating the Saps tender scandal. Deokaran's death highlighted the extreme risk faced by whistleblowers and underscored the systemic failures in protecting those who expose corruption. Matlala'S financial collapse and company liquidation. Following the tender cancellation in May 2025, Matlala'S enterprises faced severe financial distress. Subcontractors left unpaid for months instituted liquidation proceedings against Medicare 24, Twain District and related entities. Court filings revealed unpaid invoices and copyright claims, further eroding Matlala'S credibility and financial base. The kidnapping of Jerry Bushoga. In November 2024, Pretoria businessman and Matlala'S associate Jerry Bashoga was kidnapped in Centurion and held for a 10 million ransom. Torture video sent to his family underscored the kidnapper's brutality. Saps investigations remain ongoing, with the family disputing false social media, claims of Bashoga's death and urging responsible reporting to avoid further trauma. Public and political reactions. The scandal has provoked widespread public outrage and political pressure. Opposition complaints. The DA, EFF, and Umkhonto we Sizwe Party lodged criminal complaints against Minister Mkhwanazi for misleading Parliament and obstructing justice. Protests and pickets. Actions A picketed outside KZN Saps HQ, demanding accountability and warning against a botched prosecution due to missing warrants or forms. Parliamentary inquiries. Speaker Tebogo Thobejane assigned 3 portfolio committees to urgently investigate Mkhwanazi's allegations, underscoring the gravity of political interference claims. Civil society support, humanitarian group, Gift of the Givers publicly backed. Mkhwanazi's disclosures, calling for psychological support and resources for honest officers facing systemic corruption pressures. Public confidence in the Saps has plummeted, with calls for structural reforms, transparent tendering processes, and protections for honest whistleblowers. Media investigations and exposés. Numerous media outlets have pursued multi-angle investigations. News 24's 9 Live series uncovered tender manipulation, lavish spending, and senior police complicity, citing internal emails and forensic phone images. Swisher Post revealed Matlala'S presence, alongside high-ranking ANC figures at Edwin Sodi's lavish party, highlighting political intersections with crime lords. Scroller.Africa exposed ballistic links tying Matlala'S failed assassination plots to at least 10 killings, reinforcing the syndicate narrative. These exposés catalyzed official probes and intensified public scrutiny, demonstrating the power of investigative journalism in unraveling entrenched corruption. Outcomes of tender cancellation and official probes. The termination of a $360 million contract triggered IDAC investigation, probing collusion, fronting, and Public Finance Management Act violations, parliamentary inquiry, committees on police justice, and intelligence reviewing political interference allegations. Public Protector probe, assessing misconduct by senior SAPS officials and potential violations of the Constitution. SIU follow-up, renewed focus on Tembisa hospital contracts flagged by Deokaran, seeking accountability for $2.3 billion healthcare fraud. Subcontractors have initiated liquidation and copyright, claims against Matlala'S companies recovering some unpaid fees while forcing asset forfeiture proceedings. Meanwhile, political fallout has seen calls for Minister Mkhwanazi's removal and greater oversight of SAPS procurement processes. Impact on his SAPS integrity and subsequent reforms. The Matlala'S scandal has shaken public trust in SAPS and underscored systemic vulnerabilities, erosion of command, evidence of political meddling in operations and dockets, highlighted by Mkhwanazi's revelations and subsequent legal challenges by Deputy Commissioner Sibia. Institutional reforms. President Cyril Ramaphosa announced a judicial commission of inquiry, suspension of implicated ministers, and interim leadership. Changes, moves now under constitutional court review for constitutionality. Procurement overhaul, calls for stringent vetting of bidders, mandatory disclosure of beneficial owners, and independent supply chain audits. Whistleblower protection, renewed advocacy for robust legal frameworks and protection. Measures following the murders of Deokaran and Swart. While some reforms are underway, the effectiveness of these measures will depend on coordinated implementation and genuine political will to dismantle entrenched patronage networks. The Vusimusi Matlala'S saga illustrates how criminal syndicates can capture state institutions, manipulate procurement, and obstruct justice at the highest levels. From the $360 million tender to the attempted assassinations and chilling revelations by General Mkhwanazi, the scandal has exposed deep-rooted corruption within the SAPS and its political overseers. The ensuing legal and parliamentary processes, media scrutiny, and civil society activism have collectively driven a national reckoning. However, true reform will require sustained pressure, institutional integrity, and unwavering commitment to accountability to ensure that the SAPS and the South African public are no longer vulnerable to such capture. Where do you want to see South Africa after all these? Should Nhlanhla and his associates face the full might of the law? If this video is eye-opening, kindly smash that like button, share, and leave comments down below. Skybridge checking out. Bye.